up your airtime instantly. Pay your bills instantly. Airtel Money instantly. Send your money instantly. Safety is guaranteed. It don't matter how far it is. It reaches safe and quickly. Pay your water bills immediately. And also pay for DSTV. Or top up airtime real quickly. Send your money instantly. Top up your airtime instantly. Pay your bills instantly. Airtel Money instantly. Hi, I am Mr. Money, and I bring you Airtel Money, the fastest, safest way to send money, pay bills, top up, and more. With Airtel Money, you can do more instantly.
Airtel Money. Simple, secure, instant.
Apple Max. Take it to the max.
Want to just get out of town with your friends and family? Are you having a corporate getaway and have no adequate transport? Then this here is what you need to listen to. A brand new 35-seater Yutong luxury bus is now up for hire at an affordable and negotiable rate. It comes fully equipped with aircon, TV for your relaxation, music soothing your trip, and DVD players to give you variety. Book now by calling 0955 0966 or 977 844 141.
What makes the new Yo-Yo Chipsy so unique? 100% natural ingredients. Nothing artificial. Just a pure experience of freshness. Chipsy potato chips. We know you'll love them.
Hey girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real, cause you look so free, so let's chill. Have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
Your jungle.
So glad you could join us for our main news broadcast. Represented my name is Mubanga Chimambo. First, a look at the headlines. Complications of created new districts by the PF government begin to emerge. Over 150,000 people in Zambia said to be infected with the HIV virus. Mozambican opposition Frelimo calls for regional peace and democracy. And in international news, African nations tighten Ebola travel ban. These plus many more stories coming up. Stay tuned. In detail, The creation of new districts by the Patriotic Front government has now begun to create complications in the country. The new districts have now forced a revision of some boundaries to pave way for more wards and polling stations around the country. The districts will now force constituency boundaries to avoid situations where a constituency falls within 2 or more districts. Speaking during a district sitting for stakeholders delimitation in Lusaka, Provincial Local Government Officer Kavinga Nondo says the creation of districts has brought scenarios that the Electoral Commission of Zambia will need to address in preparation for the 2016 elections. The country now has 103 districts from the previous 74.
The creation of new district was heralded by much excitement by the Patriotic Front, but now problems have begun to come out. The coming of new district has now created more wards and polling stations in constituencies. The new district have also brought about a revision of some district boundaries to pave way for new district. These issues have been highlighted by Provincial Local Government Officer Kabinga Nondo at a delimitation meeting in Lusaka.
Invariably, some constituency boundaries have also been affected by the revised district boundaries, meaning that the Commission will have to adjust some constituency, ward and polling district boundaries to avoid a situation where a constituency falls within 2 or more districts. The need to adjust electoral boundaries is a priority to ensure that all the districts have at least one constituency and to realign the boundaries of wards and constituencies that have been affected by the creation of the new districts. The establishment of the new districts has brought about 2 scenarios which the Commission will address as we prepare for the 2016 tripartite election.
In this meeting, important issues were not highlighted as this chamber was much filled by Patriotic Front Party officials. The Electoral Commission of Zambia, ECZ, in carrying out this exercise, believes it will help the country prepare for 2016 elections. Daniel Tonga, Prime TV News, Lusaka.
Mufumbwe District Commissioner Mankishi Mukokwe has called on government to construct classroom blocks at Kabanda and Shungulu primary schools in Mufumbwe District. Ms. Mukokwe says this will help address the inadequate classroom space being faced by grade 8 and grade 9 pupils at the basic school. She discloses that 2 primary schools are accommodating more than 300 pupils in the 2 existing classrooms. And Shungulu primary school head teacher Boz Muzama revealed that pupils from the school were learning from nearby churches due to classroom space. He further stated that the school lacked desks and only 40 were delivered to the school last year. The United States for International Development, USAID, says HIV and AIDS remains a heavy burden for most African countries. USAID Zambia Acting Mission Director Patrick Diskin says this has resulted in most children being left orphaned. Mr. Diskin announced that in the case of Zambia, over 600,000 children have been orphaned by HIV, while 150,000 are currently infected with the HIV virus. Mr. Diskin said this in Lusaka during the joint launch of the 3 orphans and vulnerable children activities being spearheaded by Save the Children.
It is estimated that currently over 600,000 children in Zambia have been orphaned by AIDS and 150,000 more infected with the HIV virus. These worrying statistics have proved a challenge to government in providing care and support for these children. It is for this reason that several stakeholders, such as Save the Children and USAID, have come on board to supplement government's efforts in helping these children. Save the Children Zambia has initiated 3 programs aimed at tackling the issue of vulnerable children in Zambia. The 3 programs being funded by USAID include Zambia Rising, Community Rising, and Data Rising. Save the Children Zambia Rising Chief of Party, Cornelia Van Zyl, now explains the objectives of the programs.
Specifically, Zambia Rising will support the government to address the needs of vulnerable children through strengthened social welfare systems, human resources capacity building for better overseas service delivery, improved harmonization and coordination. We've actually been speaking to the Honourable Minister early on for the need to really ensure that coordination happens, as the services dealing with children are so cross-cutting, or children are so cross-cutting elements. And so, the project will focus on coordination, harmonization across the different ministries, civil society, as well as including the private sector. And lastly but not the least, the project will also support the government to ensure that we foster an enabling environment, policy and regulatory environment for overseas.
USAID Zambia Acting Mission Director Patrick Dinkson also stresses why his organization has decided to partner with Save the Children.
Currently, there are over 600,000 children in Zambia who have been orphaned by AIDS and 150,000 who are infected by HIV. Providing care and support for these children is one of the biggest challenges that Zambia faces today, at the family level, at the community level, at the government level. In partnership with the Zambian government, with the NGOs, and with the communities, the United States is committed to help meet this challenge through our support to the Zambia Rising, Community Rising, and Data Rising activities.
Gender Minister Inonge Wina officiated at the event and acknowledged the challenges government is facing in meeting the needs of vulnerable children in the country.
Zambia has a large child population with an estimated 50% comprising young people. It is this segment of the population that will shoulder the responsibilities of the nation in the years to come. Hence, the need for us as a country to invest in their survival, protection, and development, with particular emphasis on provision of basic services to orphans and vulnerable children.
Kalan Chima reporting for Prime TV News in Lusaka.
Government says Zambia has continued to witness impressive economic growth with a prudent microeconomic management. Speaking on behalf of the Secretary to the Cabinet, Roland Musiska, Deputy Secretary Peter Kasanda says though the Zambian economy is dependent on copper, the agriculture sector is a major employer. He says government has right economic policies that have encouraged sustainable economic growth and in turn created a vibrant private sector. Dr. Kasanda said this has also enabled government and its partners to invest its infrastructure, construction and human capacity development services. He said this during the workshop and official opening of the African Management Services Company, AMSCO, in Lusaka.
It's a fact, and its partners are investing in infrastructure. We're investing in construction, in finance, human capacity development services and markets in order to expand opportunities available to the investors. Attracting and increasing public-private sector investments remains a priority. Further, potential exists for health, for manufacturing, communications and transport sectors that offer opportunities to accelerate and broaden our country's economic development.
And speaking earlier, AMSCO Chief Executive Officer Paul Melhabi says African private sector enterprises play a critical role in the growth of the African economy. Mr. Melhabi says small and medium enterprises contribute more than half of the economic activity and employment on the continent. He says the private sector has resources and skills to utilize, but is sad that most of the private sector ends up operating unsustainably, thereby exacerbating poverty and underdevelopment.
The capacity of small and medium-sized businesses, business associations, as well as business development service providers to fully engage at a global competitive level is often compromised, and this happens due to challenges that they face: unavailable finance, skill shortages, lack of market access, a general enabling environment, or shall I say, a general disabling environment that we often find. The SME segment provided much needed employment and sustainable livelihoods to millions of people on the African continent. It is well known that micro, small and medium enterprises constitute more than half of economic activity as well as employment on the continent. It is unfortunate, though, that they seldom have the resources, that they seldom have the skills and finances to utilize these opportunities at their doorstep. Unfortunately, in Zambia, like the rest of the continent, and indeed the rest of the world, is no exception.
The Mozambican Frelimo party candidate in the forthcoming presidential elections, slated for October, Felipe Jacinto Nyusi, has called for continued peace and the championing of democracy in the region. Speaking through an interpreter, Mr. Nyusi says it is important that democracy is put on the agenda in the quest to rebuild on what the forefathers have built. He has commended the Patriotic Front government for being an inspiration of upholding democracy in the region. He has further added that his visit in the country is to affirm continuity of friendship for the region. The Frelimo candidate said this when he paid a courtesy call on the Patriotic Front Secretary General, who is also Justice Minister Winter Kavimba. Meanwhile, the Frelimo member of the Political Commission, Cardinal Mutewe, says the party has taken time to visit Zambia so as to introduce its candidates.
His parents were part of these people that were discussing the liberation struggle.
E ele depois começou a lutar pela independência de Moçambique.
So he himself, Felipe Jacinto Nyusi, became initiated in the Frelimo party and was trained by the Frelimo party. So this is our candidate that we have brought to introduce to the people of Zambia, to the government of Zambia and the nation.
Do camarada Machava, secretário-geral do Partido Frelimo, que quando lhe comunicamos que iríamos receber.
As well, yesterday when I was with the President Armando Guebuza, he also sent his greetings and he personally requested that through you we send our greetings to President Sata.
And in welcoming the Mozambican delegation, Patriotic Front Secretary General Winter Kavimba expressed gratitude to the delegation for making Zambia one of their destinations. Mr. Kavimba, who presented the Patriotic Front Party's manifesto to Mr. Nyusi, says Zambia will continue enjoying a long-lasting relationship with Mozambique and will play an inspirational role in upholding democracy in the region.
On behalf of the government of the Republic of Zambia, to welcome you most sincerely to Lusaka. You are coming at the time when the weather is improving, it's getting warmer. And also for having decided that as you go around the region, you would be touching Zambia, which has a very, very long relationship with Mozambique. So it is important for us that after the former President Chisano has been here, you've also decided to pass through Lusaka. So I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you together with your delegation and just wish you a wonderful stay and a wonderful flight back home, where you have a lot of work to do before the 15th of October.
You are watching Prime Television's main news broadcast. Just now we go for a break.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Mr. Money. Send your money instantly. Top up your airtime instantly. Pay your bills instantly. Airtel Money instantly. Send your money instantly. Safety is guaranteed. It don't matter how far it is. It reaches safe and quickly. Pay your water bills immediately. And also pay for DSTV. Or top up airtime real quickly. Send your money instantly. Top up your airtime instantly. Pay your bills instantly. Airtel Money instantly. Hi, I am Mr. Money, and I bring you Airtel Money, the fastest, safest way to send money, pay bills, top up, and more. With Airtel Money, you can do more instantly.
Airtel Money. Simple, secure, instant.
Girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real cause you look so free. So let's chill, have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
Potato sticks, freaky fries. Get that awesome crunch.
And just now we move to our business desk as we check out how the kwacha is trading against other major currencies as compiled by Prime Television. And in some international news, African countries have tightened travel restrictions in an effort to contain the Ebola outbreak, ignoring the World Health Organization's warnings that such measures could heighten shortages of food and basic supplies in affected areas. In the West Point slums in Liberia's capital, Monrovia, the scenes of violent clashes with the army on Wednesday after the area was quarantined to curb the spread of Ebola. Hundreds of people jostled their way towards trucks loaded with water and rice. Police used cans to beat back some locals, while aid workers helped others to dip their fingers in ink to record their ration. The World Health Organization, the United Nations Health Agency, has repeatedly said it does not recommend travel or trade restrictions for Liberia, Sierra Leone, Nigeria, and Guinea, the countries affected by the epidemic that began in March. The bodies and ashes of 20 Malaysians killed when the Malaysian Airlines flight MH17 was shot down over Ukraine in July have arrived home. Friday's repatriation of the victims comes as Malaysia continues its search for the disappearance of flight MH370 and its 239 passengers and crew early this year. It is the first day of national mourning in the country's history. The victims were carried on a specially chartered Malaysian Airlines jet and received in a solemn ceremony on Friday at Kuala Lumpur International Airport, the AFP news agency has reported. The coffins were draped in the Malaysian flag and carried by teams of 8 soldiers to awaiting hearses before being taken to private funerals. And just now we go for another break, and when we come back we have some sports news. To stay tuned.
Gaza security officials say Hamas has
Apple Max. Take it to the max.
What makes the new Yo-Yo Chipsy so unique? 100% natural ingredients. Nothing artificial. Just a pure experience of freshness. Chipsy potato chips. We know you'll love them.
You're watching Prime Television's main news broadcast, and finally in some sports news, I Am Star Sports Academy has organized a football tournament targeted at under-17s in schools that is aimed at developing grassroots education and sports. Collins Matamba, I Am Sports Coordinator, says the tournament involves 12 teams from around schools in Lusaka. He says out of the tournament, 20 girls and vulnerable children will be selected for sponsorship to help them with education. Meanwhile, one participant, Esther Wale, says the tournament will help a lot of girls to stay away from negative vices. She has since urged other girls to get involved in sports, as this will help them in education and other activities.
It's the first time we're organizing this event, a sports a tournament, Jubilee, with a theme of no school, no play. No school, no play. And so we targeted the under-17 for the girls and for the boys. So different teams have come, 12 in total who've come to participate. Others are from Arakan, Chivolia, from Mississippi, from Garden, from SOS, Children's Village. They're here as well. And then also our team is here. And so the idea is to develop grassroots soccer while at the same time promoting education, because the footballers of old, the sportsmen of old, were just focusing on one thing, sport, and then education they're not doing it. But as for us, we're promoting sport as well as school. Hence the theme, no school, no play.
It is important. I can encourage them to come and join us. Like in many teams, there are many clubs in this country. So you should come and join us. It's important for them, instead of them drinking beer, doing prostitution, fighting outside there, just let them come and join us. That's all I can encourage them.
And that's all we had for you from our main news desk. But as we go, I look at the top stories once again. Complications of creating new districts by the PF government begin to emerge. Over 150,000 people in Zambia said to be infected with the HIV virus. Mozambican Party Frelimo calls for regional peace and democracy. African nations tighten Ebola travel bans. And of course, for these and many more stories, you can check out our website on www.ptvzambia.com. And as we end, we now leave you with the weather forecast. My name is Mubanga Chimambo. Pleasant viewing.
Hey girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real cause you look so free. So let's chill, have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
Potato sticks, freaky fries. Get that awesome crunch.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Mr. Money. Send your money instantly. Top up your airtime instantly. Pay your bills instantly. Airtel money instantly. Send your money instantly. Safety is guaranteed. It don't matter how far it is. It reaches safe and quickly. Pay water bills immediately. And also pay for DSTV. Or top up airtime real quickly. Send your money instantly. Top up your airtime instantly. Pay your bills instantly. Airtel money instantly. Hi, I am Mr. Money, and I bring you Airtel Money, the fastest, safest way to send money, pay bills, top up, and more. With Airtel Money, you can do more instantly.
Airtel Money. Simple, secure, instant.